everyone to an episode of the Definitive Crusade. I'm your host, joining Machine Hughes, and joining me as always from across the big pond, not quite sun's out, buns out yet. It's a little Freyja.
Hey guys.
Still spring where you are.
Yeah, just for another week.
Another week. Okay, cool. Well, in a fortnight's time, I'll be on the sunny island of Ibiza, sunning myself.
Ooh.
Woo! Whereas, shall I spoil it? Shall I spoil it? Yeah, might as well. Whereas you guys might be in some jeopardy.
If I'm there. I haven't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I made the shout.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair shout. All right. Okay. We're going to have a look at some books. Unfortunately, one ends.
Aww.
And yet one gets another new beginning. And of course, we're having another look at a couple of the We Are Legends books. So we'll get these done. And then, of course, next month, Night Terrors kick in, and we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully, we'll get some Zatanna action in there, which is always good.
Yeah, hopefully. I wouldn't hold your breath, though.
She's getting a book. Night Terrors Zatanna #1. So she's getting a book, at least.
Well, freaking finally. But
it's a one-shot, but I mean, they made a Power Girl series
Yeah.
out of a one-shot, so
here's to hoping then, I guess.
yeah, well, here's to hoping. All right, okay, start saying, give us a Zatanna book backwards, and you never know, it might just work.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. All right, okay, first up, Freddie, it's one of your choices, I believe.
Yeah.
It is this very colourful book.
Very colorful.
Yeah, I like the colours.
Yeah, especially the colors.
Spirit World #2. So written by Lisa Wong, Hanning is on art, Sebastian Cheng is on colours, and Janice Chang is on letters. First time I looked at this when I downloaded it to have a look at this morning, I was like, this again? But Freya, take it away.
All right. So I think we looked at the special or the original. We looked at this kind of before.
Yeah.
Did we look at #1? I don't know. The whole when they come out is all screwy. So yeah, essentially, Xanth. I don't know if I'm saying her name right. Xanth.
I say Xanthi, but
Shanth. Well, I don't know.
I'm English, so I always get names wrong, as everybody who watches this show knows.
Yeah. So unless someone pronounces it properly, I'm not going to be able to pronounce it. So she essentially in the first book ripped off Constantine, and he's gone to confront her about it. And however, she was fighting some Zhuxi, I think Jiangxis, which are the Chinese version of vampires with Cass, Batgirl. And then Cass got sucked into the spirit world, and so her and Constantine are now trying to get Cass out of the spirit world, and Cass is also trying to get out of the spirit world with the help of some Mr. Popo, not from Dragon Ball Z, but Mr. Popo and another guy who, for some reason, I can't remember his name.
Okay.
The guy with appearing and disappearing headphones, I realized. He has a headset and then he doesn't, and then he does, and he doesn't. And they go to my favorite character of the book, and no, I'm not biased because I'm a fox as well.
You said it.
But the cute little fox man on page 18.
Man, we're jumping some pages there.
I don't know. Where are you? Go on. 18. Yeah. Yeah. Fox guy. Nine-tailed fox. Tricky, flirty.
That's a guy.
That is a guy. Yes, it is.
I thought it was a girl.
Nope. That is a very pretty male nine-tailed fox spirit.
Is this a thing? Is this?
Have you not? Did you not notice the freaking harem of women at his feet all passed out?
Well, I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, he's very pretty, as foxes are. So yeah, and very flirty as they are. Maybe I just read too much anime, but yeah, I liked him. He even kind of So he helps them, I guess. Maybe you never know. They're tricksters. But yeah, essentially that's the whole story. They run into some other creatures in the spirit realm, and I'm kind of enjoying the story. I'm mostly enjoying the artwork. I still don't like Xan's hairstyle. It's just that stupid stereotypical shaved head side.
Bluebird style.
I don't like that style, and I never. Well, for some people it's okay, but I just, for the most part, I hate that style. It's just ugly on everybody.
I want to know how she managed to get past the censors.
Oh.
Her down there with her cleavage. Which is French for cleavage. I don't know if it is. I just made it up. All right. Okay. I'm with you on this one. I quite enjoyed this book. I don't know why. Because it's like there's lots of things in there that I don't really like. Like the art. I don't like anime style art.
See, I do.
But you do. But then it kind of fits the whole idea that they're going with. I don't like how pretty they make Constantine for a start.
He's too pretty for you?
Yeah.
Aww.
And something else about Constantine I'm going to get to in a minute. Yes. So, diversity. All right. This is one of those books that DC are pushing from a diverse nature. You've got cast, you've got all the anime stuff. You've mentioned some of the spirits in there, the fox spirit and all that sort of stuff and things like that. And that's all well and good. And, at the start of the book, you've got the Mandarin or Chinese writing for the creators, which is very nice. And you've got like translated from Mandarin in the red text and everything like that. So here's my issue. If you're putting that much effort into be diverse, when Constantine says apologize, write it with an S, not with a Z. He's not American. He's English.
Yeah, so, write him as an Englishman.
So if you are going to put all that effort in, do not shortball anyone. Diversity is diverse. Equality is treat everybody the same, not just one group.
Exactly.
So come on, DC, sort it out. It's not hard.
But it is hard for some people because, just is.
When I write my reviews for Comic Crusaders, I purposefully drop Hughes out of the word color because I know that's how, because it's an American website, I know that's how it reads. And that's what I do. That's my compromise for writing for an American website. Yeah. Not that I'm saying that people would go nuts if I start putting Hughes in everything. I totally get it. But, respect where respect is. That's how it works.
You gotta understand, what was it? I took a writing class and he says, understand your target audience and write for that specific target audience. If you're going to be writing like you do, if you're writing for an American audience, you don't spell things the way that you do in England, because we speak English, but there's a reason why it's UK English and US English.
Yeah.
It's different.
Zed's in use. Zed's in use. That's all we can worry about.
And it's the same. And you don't use British slang. And it's like if an American was writing for an Australian paper or whatnot, you'd use, or for Australian audience, you use the Australian slang and whatnot for them. You need to know your target audience when you're writing. Constantine, you need to know your characters when you're writing them, because Constantine, he's English. So write him speaking like an Englishman. Use the use. Give him a, like I said, slang that you guys use, because you guys use terms that, I understand because I watch a crap ton of British TV, but some people, don't, but it's just know your audience, know your characters.
I also don't think he wouldn't say kid, he'd say mate, because he's from Manchester in the north, so that's what you say. Everyone's your mate. But from my neck of the woods, it's all right, mate. So there you go. But I'm not that strong. Colour's great. I did like this touching bit between the two characters. Things get a bit wonky when they go through the portal. How big is that belt buckle?
I know, right? I was looking at that. I'm like, that's overly exaggerated. But
so all in all, I surprised myself I love that panel. Look how colourful that is.
It's
Spot
yeah,
on.
the spirit world's so cool.
Yeah, exactly. So Cass is in the kind of opposite of Monsters Inc., isn't she?
Yeah.
She's a human in Monsters Inc. She's Boo,
Essentially.
practically. Yeah. And I found that quite good as well, because the idea that Cass is normally so formidable in her own realm, in her own universe, she's now kind of outside of that. She's still being kick-ass when she's throwing the batarangs around and stuff.
Yeah. But it's like throwing Batman in space. It they're out of their element, but this works better than Batman in space. Cass is, I don't know why it works, but it does. She acclimated. She adjusted quite well. Because I would be freaking out.
It's because she's, for me, Cass is probably a little bit verbose at times in this, but generally speaking, it works because it fits. She fits in the spirit world. She has that heritage connection, doesn't she?
Yeah.
It's like the Martian in space sounds like a good idea because he's from that arena. Yeah. Constantine in space doesn't work. So they're actually using a character that has some sense of belonging to what's going on in the spirit world, as well as all the other kind of Chinese gods and theories that are going on in there. So I think that's why it works so well. I do think that Xanthi or Xanth or Shan, or however you're pronouncing it now, I do think she knows too much to be somebody who's a bit of a newbie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's a
little bit like on the ball. It's like, oh, these aren't really people, and all this. She has powers. I'm like, if you're kind of just new to it, you'd be kind of like,
yeah, she's kind of borderlining Mary Sue a little bit. But I really hope that they don't pass that border. Like, they're kind of getting close to it, and I don't want them to cross that because that will ruin the character. And I want new characters. I always say this. I want if you want diversity, create new characters. They're not going to be near as popular when they first start out, because no one's nearly as popular when they first start out. You gotta build your audience. You gotta build your fan base for that character. And like Monkey King, I think he's a fantastic character, and I love him so much. He's ridiculous. Xanth could be that way. The new Korean American kid with the city powers. His powers don't make any sense, but it was a fun book, so I'll continue to check that out. And even Signal was a great character, and he was new. I don't know where he went, but they kind of abandoned him. But he was a good character, and it's just you gotta keep on your characters. Don't just they're not as popular as Batman. Well, no fucking shit, they're not as popular as Batman. They're a new character. People have to develop a love for this character, and then you can start selling merchandise and stuff about them, and then you got to develop the character. So I mean, it worked for Harley. She was new. She was new for the animated series, and look at her. She has all these freaking books, and I'm so sick of seeing her.
So I get what you're saying. I mean, I thought Bluebird was an interesting character when she first started.
Yeah,
we've talked about that recently, but it's been 10 years that character, and she's disappeared now. It's like, where's she gone? You didn't even see that much in the Punchline storybook, the miniseries, even though Cullen, her brother, was in it. She was hardly in that. So I don't know. But I think you're right. I think new characters need that sense to kind of breathe, to kind of get to where they need to be. I'm quite interested to see where this goes. I think you're absolutely right about she's borderline Mary Sue to the point where she's so powerful. I'm not sure why she needs anybody's help at this stage. Especially when Constantine's got his own like shtick as well. So I understand why Cass needs help, because she needs to get out of Monsters Inc. to get back to Gotham. But cool, excellent. I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised by that book. Good choice.
It is a good one.
Well done. Don't say that often. Well done. What's that all about? Obviously, I've been sat in the sun too long. All right. What?
Don't
It's
shrivel
been-
up. You're
it's
getting
been-
old. Don't shrivel anymore. I'm sorry, Johnny.
I thought Foxes was supposed to be mischievous and flirty. All you do is little insults at me. That's not nice, is it?
Oh, I'm a special one. I like teasing a
You're,
little
you're,
bit more than anything
you're the
else.
exception that makes the rule, are you?
Yeah,
Excellent.
exactly.
Fantastic.
Plus, you're married. I can't flirt with you.
Fair shout. All right. Okay. So I mentioned at the start of the show, we have to say goodbye to someone. Now, as you might be able to tell by our backdrop, it is one of these characters, at least for a short while. Yes, we're saying goodbye to Tim Drake in the god awful Tim Drake Robin book, but we're not going to focus there. It's this one, Batgirls. Once a Batgirl, and this is written by Becky Cloonan and Michael W. Conrad, whose name we'll hear later on in the show. Robbie Rodriguez is on art, Rico Renzi is on colours, and Becca Carey is on letters. This is one of my choices, and I'll say this now. Way back when, if you cast your mind back, I said something quite apocryphal and said if there was a Batgirl book that featured Cass and Steph with Barbara as the ringleader, I would buy that book like nobody's business.
Yeah.
And I absolutely totally have. I have bought every single issue of this book. I know that at times this book is not aimed at me. The art in the first few issues, well, first several issues, was wonky, and I'm not sure I quite appreciated it. However, I do feel there has to be a place in the Bat universe for these two characters to hang out, because I think there is something so intrinsically supportive about these two that just makes them work. And I am really, really disappointed that this is the final issue of this book.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's on that one, I'm afraid. What do you think of this book as a whole?
I didn't like it. Just to be straight up. I did
Okay.
not like it. And once again, we have superheroes going to 7-Eleven or whatever to buy drinks or stuff. Yeah. So good job, guys. I was like, how do you pay with the Bat credit card? That like in Batman and Robin.
They've got purses. Look, they've got they've got.
I know, but what does it have their real ID on it? It has your name on it. You don't just whip out a credit card that says Batgirl on it.
They'll have coin. They'll have dollar.
No
one
carries cash anymore. Don't
dollar
even.
Bills. Dollar bills.
Sure. I didn't like this story. It was a very. It was. I'm gonna be frank. It was just a bad ending. It was just bad. I know they're trying to be like, oh yeah, happy he woke up, yay, and they're all happy and sitting and drinking. I didn't like it.
I thought I was supposed to be the cynic.
It was anticlimactic to me. I didn't like the art at all. Everyone looked funky as hell. I don't know what it is. I don't know if that guy in the green, if that was his hair or part of the suit. I think it's his hair, but then they had a close-up of it, and it was a mess. I'm sorry if other people liked the art style. It's not for me at all. I didn't like anything about it. Also, if they were standing in front of the chick when she got shot and the bullet went through her, wouldn't have hit one of them. I don't because the bullet keeps going until it stops, guys. It doesn't just fall to the ground midair. It's gonna keep going. It has velocity behind it. So it's just, and also every time I see a freaking protest or whatever in these comic books, my brain just goes, "Oh, it's this shit again." I mentally check out. I'm like, I don't even care what's going on in this story. This is dumb as hell. Because
right, okay.
I don't know. I know it's my own. It's just something my brain goes, I'm done. It's the moment I see it. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I live in the U.S. and I'm sick of seeing protests and shit. Because it happens all the time. I'm like, oh, good, another fucking protest. Yay. I'm done with that.
You're on the F-bombs today, aren't you?
I'm running on maybe 3 hours of sleep right now, so my filter it's not working because my brain's hardly here, so I'm sorry, our editor in YouTube. I don't know if we bleep all of them out, but I don't think we do. But
you
we've been
make
talking for 20 minutes, so YouTube won't care.
yeah, okay. You do make some valid points. The art is a little bit wonky. Of course it is. That's kind of been the signature art for this book from the get-go. I would like to have seen the art be a little bit more standard. I'm confused at how old Cass looks in that panel there. That's quite an adult body. But she's supposed to be like teen, isn't she? I will say there are some absolutely great shots though. The panel where she's jumping in.
Oh, where Steph's jump. Well, there's also one where Steph's jumping in that she looks really good. She's jumping into the room. Where is it? It's a small panel. The fight was wonky.
Well, the fight was good.
Okay, let's stop. Go back before we go. Let's go back to the running. The running when she's running into the building.
Man. I've gone too far.
Yeah, Cass
running
jumping
into
in.
The building.
The redhead's running. The redhead's running. I don't even know her name. Next one. She's after she punches him in the face and she runs off.
Yeah.
There's the fight again. Nope.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, bottom panel. So I know why they do this. I get it. It's hard to draw, but it's very noticeable when they're right next to each other. Just copying what she drew and slapped it in and moved her arm, and that's all you did. It's so apparent. It like at least like make her stand up a little bit or something.
Do the other way around to show movement.
Yeah.
So it's like when you run, your arms do that, don't they? So really.
Also, she goes from being in the middle of the street punching him, and she's talking, and then she finishes the sentence, but she's in a warehouse surrounded by trucks. I'm like, so what happened? You ran away from him and then decide 15 minutes later to like finish your conversation with him? But the whole thing, it was wonky. I get that you have to do this quickly to save time, but please like flip the character or do more than just add the arm movement and a different background, because it's just jarring to see. You're like, oh god. Because I'm not calling you lazy, I know you guys have crunches. It's just please do a little bit more. It was just bad. Please.
I know saying the art's wonky, but Steph comes across really well in this book.
She does.
I think this is probably the point of the whole book for me, is that how well Steph has kind of grown from being always in Cass's shadow. This fight that we're looking at here, it shows that, Steph is Cass's equal, just in different things.
Yeah.
There's like the running monologue about how she's like keeping the villain kind of distracted with the running gags, and stuff. And
yeah,
I think a lot of the Steph stuff works really well. You're absolutely right about some of the other stuff. It doesn't always work so well. Mm-hmm. I would have liked this book back there. Steph and Cass are now probably relegated to the back pages of Batman or Detective Comics.
Yeah.
That said, you'll have heard the news that Kelly Thompson, the ex-Captain Marvel writer, is coming over to do a Birds of Prey book.
Recent Captain Marvel books?
Yeah, recent Captain Marvel.
Why? Sorry.
All right.
I don't. Sorry, guys. It's once again, it's my own personal opinion. I just don't like the new Captain Marvel at all.
Okay.
Like, at all.
Well, I agree to disagree with you, because I think it's
you can like her all you want.
Thanks, mate. Sure,
it's not going to hurt my feelings,
So I would hope that if they are bringing Birds of Prey back, then there are spaces for the girls of Bat in there somewhere.
Yeah.
And with what Thompson's done with Jessica Drew and Carol as their, I suppose, friendship, I would like to see something similar for these two, because I think they deserve it. I think they're a nice little corner of the Bat universe that we just need to keep, because not everyone can be all like dark and gritty all the time.
Yeah, we need a little rays of sunshine in Gotham City sometimes, and we need some little depressed rain clouds in Metropolis to counteract sunshine Superman over there.
Sunny man.
Sunny man, happy, happy, happy.
All right, always suns out, guns out for him. All right, okay, time for an advert for one of our other shows. It's you. I'm going on holiday, so I'll throw this one in there because I know how much you like it, and I need to learn some dance moves. It's K-pop Cosmos.
Woo!
Right, it will be when I hit the button. There we go. You have it, K-pop Cosmos. The more times I watch that, the more times I think we're going to turn into Power Rangers.
Go Power Rangers! Do.
It's dancing time.
I love Power Rangers. I love the old Power Rangers.
All right, okay. I've opened the door. Go on then.
Yeah.
Rate your Power Ranger teams then.
All right. So my favorite ones was the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Because that's what I grew up with. I went to the movie theater to see the movie.
Me too.
And I love that. I love it so much. I think my second favorite one was who did I like? I liked the Power Rangers in Space ones too.
All right, okay.
I think they killed Zordon in that one though. Like I think the Red Ranger killed Zordon. I can't remember, but I remember I liked that one mostly because I liked the space aesthetic. Because that was the thing back then, the late 90s, early 2000s. But yeah, after that, anytime Tommy showed up, I was just ecstatic. I may not know the teams.
I know Thunder.
But I may not know the teams, but every time Tommy showed up, I'd be like, all right, I'm watching this episode.
So I'm with you. I like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah.
All right. My first wife had a crush on Tommy, pretty much.
Everyone had a crush on Tommy.
My second favorite, my kid used to love Time Force, and I remember the last episode where they have to go back to their own time, and she says goodbye to the Earth Red Ranger, and he broke his little heart. He cried out, all day about it, bless him. But things got sorted because around the corner came one of my favorites, up there with Mighty Morphin, Wild Force.
Yeah, Wild Force. I forgot about them.
How great was Wild Force?
It was
the dude with his red bandana, his cut-off shirt.
I love it. I love how cheesy they always are. Power Rangers.
And the werewolf bad guy, he was class.
Werewolf guy.
He would end up being like a White Ranger. He's like the new Tommy, wasn't he? So,
yeah. No one's the new Tommy. Tommy's the Tommy. Everyone's just substitutions.
On that note. All right, there we go. We've segued into Power Rangers.
Go.
Excuse me. Sorry. Tired. It's sunstroke, I'm telling you. Sunstroke. All right, second up is your second book.
Yeah.
The Vigil.
Yeah. The Vigil.
Yes, I know it's
Vigil.
Vigil. I'm just whining.
The Vigil.
My gal.
The Vigil.
Written by Ram V. Art is by Lalit Kumar Sharma. Rain Burrito and Lee Lothridge are on colours. Dave Sharp. Wouldn't be class if his name was Dave Sharpie. He was doing letters. Yeah. Sorry, Dave. Bad joke. What can I say? I can't remember seeing the first one of these. So why did we miss that, and why are we going for number 2?
So I don't know why we missed the first vigil. Maybe I don't know. But essentially, well, they kind of appeared in it's a team book. It's a new team. And the team's name is The Vigil, and I think they were in one of the Red Hood books. That was the introduction. That's probably why we missed it, because we don't read Red Hood. We don't read Red Hood here.
There's a reason. It's nice, Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew's not here. We're not reading.
Well, to be fair, we read. I don't know which we see less of, Red Hood or Matthew.
I don't know. So, in the first one, let's see. I'm just gonna read the synopsis real quick. The shipping vessel Eastwind was taken captive by pirates off the coast of Thailand. 24 hours after the crew has been taken hostage, before communications had been established or any demands made, the crew reported an intervention by a group of unknown individuals. Amid other bizarre claims by the crew, the reports of an individual who changed his appearance at will, and a woman who seemingly dodged bullets. Once the pirates were taken out, no attempts were made at rescuing the crew. So it's a meta-human group from the Lazarus, I think, effect. So this guy, these books also, along with the Spirit World, were coming out to celebrate East Asian Pacific Islander Month, which is June. That's why they're doing all the Asian centric books, Asian character centric books.
I don't have a problem. I really don't have a problem with diversity at all. But then I just don't understand why it has to be. It's like Eastern, Mediterranean, European month, and then it's. I just. Why can't we just turn around and just accept the fact that we have a diverse range of books to meet a diverse world reading population?
Let's be real. It's money making scheme, I guess. I don't like having diversity shoved into a month. Like, it's for this month only. I'm like, how about we just do it all year round?
Yeah.
We don't need specific months for specific people. Why don't we celebrate everyone all the time? But before
everyone gets their panties in a bunch about this,
their knickers in a twist.
Yeah. I feel exactly the same way about Valentine's Day. Yeah. I don't understand why I have to spend money to buy flowers and a card and a present for my wife, where I can just buy flowers and a present for my wife on any day. I love my wife every day of the year, not just on Valentine's Day.
Because it's a scheme to sell chocolates and crap.
We don't celebrate Valentine's Day. We've never celebrated Valentine's Day as a couple. But then, it gets to the point where do you draw the line? Because it's like, where is old man beard with long hair month?
Yeah, where's the fox girl and the cat girl months?
You know what? I buy that
every day.
I buy that for $1. That month. Make it October, my birthday.
Fishnets month.
Yeah. Okay, excellent.
Yeah. It's all money making scheme. Like I said, I just want these characters all the time. I don't want them to disappear. But anyway, back to the book. So this new character, I'm assuming he lost his family because they show his picture of his kid and his wife like a million freaking times, which I get it. And I believe he's from India. That's what the flag looks like. It looks like the Indian flag. So he's a soldier, but then he becomes a mercenary, I believe, after his family dies. And he has the ability to, he's called Arclight. So Arclight, he's not new. He's like the third iteration of this character. So he's, I believe, the third one, because we had the original one, I think, was Noah Passanetti. He was a Superman villain.
All right.
And then we had one in the 90s named Jackson Dane. I like his design though. It's very 90s. And he was a good guy. So he was in the Wildstorm universe, I believe. So this is the third iteration of Arclight. So he's not really, he's a new version of an old character. So he goes and he runs into this kid that has a television on his head, or not a television, a thing on his head, and it's called El Nino, which is for people who don't know, El Nino, and El Nino, yes, it means boy and girl, the boy and the book, essentially. But it's also weather phenomenons.
Okay, cool.
And where I currently am is going through that. So it's so El Nino is so he can control the weather essentially, which he does later. He makes it rain, and then Arclight like electrocutes everyone, which I thought was pretty cool. And this book is still kind of setting up everything. You're getting to know the characters and what's going on. They're all doing their own things. You run into the girl with the mask who can dodge bullets and whatnot later, but it seems to mostly focus on Arclight.
Definitely.
So I like his more spotlight, but keeping up with everyone else. There's someone who also have this weird ability to shoot like ink. It looks like ink. I don't know. And kill people. So it's pretty interesting. I like the setup. I like these characters so far. No one seems to be Mary Sueing it. So they're just new, and I like that. I like the El Nino kid. I hope he sticks around as one of the members. But yeah, it's a good setup. Art wise, I don't really. Okay, his kid. I don't, because I showed it so often. I started nitpicking the picture of his wife and daughter. Like I was like, I shouldn't be nitpicking this picture, but they keep showing it because every time I see it, I'm like, damn,
the smile's different.
The smiles are different, and then
I was like, on just over the jokes.
I was like, damn, his that hairline on his wife it's going way up there, and then I started to be like, his daughter looks like it's Sonic the Hedgehog hair. I don't know. I was starting to nitpick it because I was just getting annoyed at seeing the picture all the time. I'm like, I get it. It's like seeing Bruce's parents die every other panel in like a book. I'm like, I get it. Just stop showing. Please stop showing this. So I started nitpicking that, and then other than that, the colors were really well done. I like the design of the characters. I like the design of El Nino. I've seen something like that before in other things, but I still like that design. And I actually want to get to know these characters, which is very well done. The only problems I had with the art is mostly when it wasn't Arclight, it was the people in the room in front of the computer and whatnot. Because it's just there's nothing going on, it's boring. But like their hands started bothering me, and the sizes, because the guy in the chair is, I don't know how small he is, but like scaling's weird. I don't know. I started nitpicking, and I shouldn't have. But overall, I really like this book. It's a nice setup. It's interesting. I want to see where to go. I hope they keep these characters, and it's not a gimmick for East Asian Pacific Islander month. I hope they keep these characters because I like new characters that are well done. So please, and yeah. I especially like when the guy gets sniped in the back of the head and it's all this black crap.
I did say that word.
It's on page 17, I believe. It's just a nice shot.
There it is.
Yeah, it's just nice.
So it works well. Everybody's been Rorschached. So Ram V. You might remember Ram V from such books as Detective Comics, which is currently writing Up a Storm. Yeah, and also Catwoman, which wasn't very good. However, he was on Justice League Dark and Swamp Thing for a while, so he's got that kind of horror vibe going on in other places. As it comes to diversity, well, he made his mark on a book called These Savage Shores for Vault Comics, which dealt with a lot of diverse characters. India was involved, England, the whole trade routes and stuff like that. So the dude's got some game when it comes to kind of showing this the style of writing, I suppose. For me, I enjoyed the hell out of this book. I thought there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, I get the picture was overused a little bit, but it does then set up the idea of why Arclight's doing what he's doing, which is fine. I get it. This is only second issue. If we were still looking at a picture 10 issues in, well, then that's going to be a problem. But as you said, this is a spotlight on him, so I can forgive this. Taking on someone from LexCorp or LexCorp or whatever you want to call it, then surely to God, at some point they're going to come afoul of the Justice League or Titans, maybe even Amanda Waller. If this is like a sub secret group, then surely Checkmate and Task Force X and all that, they'll be involved in it at some point. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes, how that plays out. There are some mysteries abound in the book, so I think it's one of those ones that you've got to keep an eye on. Freyja, I don't say this very often, but it's another great choice. I didn't mind the art at all. I thought the art was solid. In fact, I enjoyed reading this much more than I enjoyed reading the rebooted Milestone universe.
Oh.
Do you remember when we looked at those a couple of times?
Vaguely,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, man, those just didn't work for me. But this one, I totally got it. I really enjoyed it. It was good.
Yeah, I try when I'm trying to pick some good books now. I put the dartboard away real quick and I went through and I was like, this is, And I also try to stay away from the normal superheroes that we do because I know someone else is going to pick them. But I say that before. I like looking at the things that are our usual superheroes. Granted, Spirit World has Cass in it, but like I want to support the new characters, and if they're garbage, I will say so.
Okay.
But yeah,
you cannot ask fairer than that.
No, like I want to highlight them because some people be like, I don't know what this is, So I like to highlight the books that we, people will just ignore on the shelves usually.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look back, I mean, the comics we're talking about this week, we went with Spirit World, which is the oldest of the books that we've looked at.
Yeah.
I mean, this last week there hasn't been a great deal of books out there. There was Batgirls, Batman, Superman, Batman, White Knight, Black Adam, a Catwoman book, Cyborg, Nightwing, Superman, Vigil, which we touched about, Titans 2, and of course the final one, which we're going to look at in a minute. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 books, something like that came out. So it is good to kind of throw some light on some of the other books on there. Right, our final book. She's fighting for her rights in our satin tights and the old red, white, and blue. It is the 800th issue of Wonder Woman.
Woo! It's a beautiful cover, actually.
Well, there are a range of covers on this one if you go looking for it. The one to avoid is the Brian Bolland one. Do they show the covers later on? Let me just see. I think they do. I think I saw that somewhere. Where is that? There's a flash advert. There's that one by day. It's not in there.
Let's see.
I'm sure they show the covers somewhere.
Okay, I'm looking at the covers.
I can't see where the covers are. But the Brian Bolland one is atrocious.
Okay, so there's that one.
Let's see if I can get the Brian Bolland one that you're looking there.
I'm getting ones from other. Okay, so that one's. That's cute.
It's not cute.
I'm looking at. Which one did you say was the one that to review or to avoid?
The one to what is the Brian Bolland one? It is horrendous. I'll show you I'll show you now.
Yeah, you should pull it up so everyone can see them. So.
The one to avoid, which is ironic considering he went and had an absolute fantastic time with Wonder Woman covers back in the day, is this bad boy. This one you just need to avoid like the plague.
That doesn't even look like Wonder Woman. Oh my gosh.
Tell me about it.
Who was the model for this?
I have no idea.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to laugh, but that was that one's great. I love the one with I love Yara so much.
Yeah, it was cool.
That one's really good. I will complain though about Wonder Woman's
I wanted this one.
That one's actually really well done.
Do you recognize the artist?
Great. What? No. Who's the artist? Is that?
So this is the artist is where's the name? It's Bilquis Evely, and she was the artist for that Supergirl book that I loved so much.
Oh, I can see that now. Yeah.
There you go.
This is really, really well done. Like I didn't like her art too much in the Supergirl book, but as a cover, I love this actually. It's very beautiful. This one's a great cover as well. Her little waist it distracts me. They should have bumped it out a little bit. But this one's beautiful as well. This book has a lot of really beautiful covers. The variants are beautiful. And then the Pride one, which is cute as well.
Is that the last one? Let's check. I know. Swimsuit one.
Yeah, swimsuit. It's cute. I like the swimsuit ones. Yara's swimsuit's adorable too. Yeah, the swimsuit one is cute. It's not
without guns out.
This one's actually I liked this one too. It really gave me some what is it, 80s vibes? I don't know why.
TV shows
where she's spinning. She's spinning. It's I like that one too, and the stars.
1 in 25 by Megan Huang.
This one's good. I wouldn't buy this one, but this one's good too.
You got to think, because I've been talking to Lucas on No Price Podcast, and so when it's a 1 in 25, it means retailers only get this if they get 25 buy 25 copies of the regular cover. All right.
Yeah.
So that means a retailer, because they've invested so much in all the other comics, will charge $25 for this book. I'm like, really? I mean, it's no different, I don't think, but still. 1 in 50, so this will cost you $50. It's a black and white of the main cover. I think it loses something.
It does. Yeah. The color really, really adds to the art. Like, this is good, but I wouldn't buy this version. No, I would definitely get the colored version.
And there you go. That's the last one.
Sweet.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go. A whole range of. Oh, look at me.
So a lot of really good covers.
All right. So this book, kind of, we know what to expect with these specials. Now we get like a clump of creators thrown together and they tell us a story. This one is a little bit overarching rather than the separate episodes that we got in the Flash one, for example. In that Diana's in a coma of sorts, and the different artists, the different artists and writers are the ones taking her through her various iterations and relationships, whatever. Starting off with Yara. So this is by Joelle Jones, who is the writer artist on Wonder Girl. Probably the best part of this flashback sequence, to be honest. But hey ho.
I think my favorite one is her eyes. It's like the most beautiful panel.
that one there.
I have a thing with eyes. It's just beautiful. Sorry, continue on with.
No. Just jump in, because this is one of those giant size books, and we're not going to go through every single page because there's shed loads of it. So just jump in when you feel free.
Okay. Yeah, because this Yara, the very beginning, they hit you hard. I love the monster, like the hand, like I don't even know what to call it. I think Wonder Woman should have more of these like mythological monsters in her books.
Great.
So it's because she's feeling too much like Superman. They kind of try to get them all to work together, then everyone starts feeling the same. So Batman needs to stick with the crazy, serial killers and whatnot. Wonder Woman should really be dealing with, because she she's half demigod. She needs to be dealing with like the monsters, mythological creatures and stuff. That would be really cool. And then Superman should fight aliens and stuff. But like the Yara section, I freaking love Yara. She is my favorite new character out of everyone. I love her personality. I love everything about her, her costume design. She's just beautiful and strong, and I love her so much.
Cool. I agree wholeheartedly with you. There was the Future State stuff that she came from, wasn't it?
Yeah. And her book was her first introduction book was great because she failed. She failed in her mission, and you need flawed characters. Like they can't do everything. And I love her Pegasus. But in this book, the artwork for Yara's story was absolutely amazing. It's great that they had it as the first one because it really draws you into the book. And then when they switch around, it makes sense because they're jumping in her mind to different things.
Yeah, it does, but it is kind of jarring. I mean, the bookend pages don't work for me.
Yeah,
good to see Donna. Do you like Donna?
I like Donna. The artwork for her, they feel stretched. I don't know if it's the noses, but everyone feels kind of stretched in that artwork. I'm not saying it's bad, but whatever. The one when she has Cassie, it really it feels like a book geared for children, that type of artwork.
90s, it's 90s. Look at the hair.
The 90s-ness of it. But it still has, I don't know, there's something about it that makes it feel like it's for kids. And then they switched over to Batman. I think the Batman art was like the ones I didn't like the most. Also, they made him way too aggressive with Diana. Like, I know he's aggressive, but he's not that aggressive with Diana usually. And
remember, this is a dream sequence for her, so
it's for her, but they're also connected mentally because he wakes up and he's talking about, even in my dreams, you're there for me. And I'm like, okay, don't tease Wonder Bat in my face like this because but he kind of, I don't know, Bruce looks off. And then
let me just interject there. This whole being there for Bruce when his parents get shot, this was done in the Harley Quinn TV show, the cartoon show.
Was it?
Because Harley is in his mind and makes sure that spend the whole episode traipsing around trying to stop his parents getting killed, but it's like a fixed moment in time. It's got to happen. So she's there so that's fine. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So, and then we get to freaking Superman, which is the most anime thing I have seen
since Spirit World.
Yeah. And I like the animation, but you can obviously tell that someone really, really ships Superman and Wonder Woman together because friends do not touch each other like this, especially when one of said friends is married. So I was like, yeah, they're a little touchy. Like she grabs his chin and she like holds on. I'm like, someone is very much a Superman and Wonder Woman shipper because
I don't mind Wonder Woman and Superman together. I didn't mind it.
I like Batman and Wonder Woman together, so I'm a little biased. Plus, I think that Superman belongs with Lois Lane. I don't know. I like that.
I agree that he belongs with Lois Lane, but it's like, they were going through it was after the Flashpoint thing in New 52, so it's like
I can see her with him, but it's not my favorite. But then the artwork, none of the artwork is just bad. It's just kind of, some of them when they switch is jarring. So the very end
let me just give some credits whilst we're talking because we haven't done the credits.
Hey, Johnny, where are you zooming in on, man?
I'm trying to get the credits. There you go. Because there's shed loads of them. So
there's
I'm not
a lot of people.
Yeah, so Becky Cloonan, Michael W. Conrad, I mentioned. We mentioned Joelle Jones, Alpha Martinez, Mark Morales, Nick Robles, Todd Knock, Skylar Partridge, and so on and so forth. Jen Bartel, Pat Brousseau's the writer. Letterer, he's been around on One of them for absolutely ages. And then all the covers that we've looked at already. See, that's where I was going. Don't freak out. I wasn't going anywhere where I shouldn't. I can't make it go back the way it was. Fine. Be like that.
Yeah. So finishing.
I'm going to bring it back. Don't worry.
Oh, Oh, I'm not rushing you. I'm talking.
Keep going then. Keep talking.
So at the very end, I'm assuming that's Bruce and Jonathan.
Right. Okay. So we'll talk about the new stuff. Hang on then. Let me bring that back up so we can see it all. So this is the new story that's been brought in by Tom King. So Tom King of Heroes in Crisis fame and Batman, Catwoman, and the Supergirl book that I love and you hate. That's a little bit harsh. But there you go. So this is written by Tom King. Daniel Stampier is on art. I can't see who's on the letters or colorists on that one. So Tom Murray is on colorists. There you go. Clayton Cowles' letters. Of course he is. Right. So yeah, this is like the descendant of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
And it's Damien and John Kent.
Oh, that's Damien?
Yeah.
I thought it was Bruce.
No, it's Damien.
Okay, that makes more sense then.
It's the Batman 666 outfit he's wearing.
Yeah, I like I said, I was confused because they called him old man, and I was like, what? So I was like, maybe it's not
dialogue. I think in the dialogue he says something about I miss when we were kids. He says, I've never been a kid.
Yeah. There he is. Heir to the demon. I was never a kid. Yeah. So in this Trinity, I think what is her name? What is her name? Trinity. She's a new character, right?
Is she though?
Okay, so the thing about her is one, she won't shut the hell up. Like
Tom King, but what do you expect?
She keeps going and going, and I'm like, the things she says are cringy as hell as well. Like, they're like, hey, you're late. She's like, I'm sorry, I was doing blah 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 blah. That she just keeps going, hurry up. I'm like, shut the hell up. Just say something witty to be like, yeah, well, I was, doing this. You don't have to go on a damn monologue that just goes, I'm the bestest ever. I was like, oh my God. I don't know if he meant to, but she's an insufferable bitch. First introduction, and I despise this character. I'm like,
I think that's part of the charm.
There is no charm when you're an insufferable bitch.
What I'm saying is that's part of the point. That's she's stubborn. She's doing this thing. She's been told not to put the three lassos together, not to go and break this covenant, to go and speak to who I'm assuming is Hades. I don't know at this point.
I think it's Hades, yeah.
And she's still taking on herself to go and do these things. So is it stubbornness, arrogance, one or the other? I don't know. So I don't think you're supposed to really like this character. I do like her outfit. I think the outfit really works. It's a bit like Yara. It's a bit like the DC animated version one of the Justice League era, not the Justice League Bruce Timm one, the more recent of the two. I love the shout out to the original Wonder Woman creator, and the middle name is Marston. I'm quite happy. I'm not gonna lie. I hear what you're saying. It is worthy. Yeah. I think the art works a lot of the time, more times than it doesn't. But I'm looking forward to a different type of Wonder Woman story. I think. Yeah. So. But
you also got to remember, I'm not a Wonder Woman fan. I'm not even I like her to a degree, but I wouldn't call myself a fan in any way, shape, or form of Wonder Woman.
Of course, there's 9 panels on the page to end it. Of course, there is. Why wouldn't there be? Tom King,
there's not freaking 9 panels. Yeah, so whenever we review, if she pops up, I'll give her another shot. But first impression, I don't like this character. If she's supposed to be a hero, I won't be reading her. If she's supposed to be like an anti-hero kind of villain type character, then maybe we can grow. But I just see walls of text and I go, oh my gosh.
Tom King, what do you expect?
I know. I shouldn't expect things.
Well, that's it. I'll absolutely be totally honest with you. Wonder Woman is on my pull list at the minute for the time being, starting with this issue because I thought someone's gonna. So, and I really enjoyed the Supergirl book as everyone knows. So
I might buy this book a couple times. I like the variant covers so much. I think they're beautiful. So, and the book, even though the end bothered me, I did actually like the book. The freaking Yara part is really what really pulled me in.
Yeah.
So I'll probably buy a couple of the variants and whatnot because the covers are beautiful and the beginning's beautiful and the story's fine. So I wouldn't mind owning these.
Cool. Excellent. I'm seeing a picture frame in your future.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. 4 up, 4 down across the DC universe. We've got a couple of new characters for you to look at, and of course a couple of regular ones that we see quite a lot. One saying goodbye for the time being, and one celebrating their 800th issue. So we'll see. I'm sure the girls will be back at some point.
Oh, they always will be. They'll come back. They're not going to ditch them like they did Duke.
No. All right, excellent. So, Freyja, thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it.
No problem.
You're welcome. Don't forget to check out the UCPN for all your favorite shows, including Freyja.
K-pop Cosmos, where we highlight and talk about K-pop groups and individual singer soloists.
Cool. Except Coldplay.
I said K-pop, not whatever Coldplay is.
Coldplay did that thing with KZ or KY or whatever his name is.
Well, a lot of people did a lot of things with K-pop. I'm not going to talk about Western artists. That's no fun. What do you know about those guys?
Okay. All right. So also don't forget to check out our sister show, No Price Podcast, for everything that's Marvel, Disney Plus, and the MCU. I'm sure the gang will be talking about the first 2 episodes of Secret Invasion. And if you like the cinema, go and check out the UCPN for, I've forgotten what the show's called, the Cinema Crusaders, I think it's called, where they have a chat about the recent Flash movie.
Oh, Johnny, you saw that, didn't you?
I did. I'm also on that show, so there you go.
I am so sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm all right. I survived. All right. I've been your host, Machine Hughes, and as always, adios.
Bye, guys.